So I want to, have a quick video recorded, and I wanted to talk about like beliefs specifically, because that has been the biggest limiting factor in my own journey so far. And I see that like with everyone I speak with, like be it like the clients that we have onboarded, the prospects that we are yet to onboard, and also like any conversation that I had, like the about like 50, 60 conversations I had in the mortgage space, and about like 50, 60 conversations recently in the last few months with other agency owners, or even like newbies who are trying to just make money online using like, learning skills and using that to work with other businesses, right? So now in that scenario, the biggest factor that I've seen is limiting beliefs. And in my own journey, I have wasted about 2 years of my life just because of limiting beliefs. Because I thought that I was not good enough in certain aspects, or I thought that, you know what, it's not for me yet. I need to do this and that, and only then I'll be able to, put my time and effort and energy and resources into something like this. And whenever I did that, I ended up wasting time and money. And then at the end of the day, I anyways had to do it, right? And then there is regret. So, for example, a specific example of my own story. I think this will be immensely valuable to someone who is in my situation 2 years back, right? When I was like in that situation 2 years back, uh, I thought that, I started my, building my agency for the first time in 2022 December. That's when I decided that, okay, you know what, I'll be working with US businesses. I used to work with Indian people, like in Indian situations, customers, dealing with marketing, acquisition, sales. That was my role altogether. And that I did that for 2 years before that. And 2022 December, I thought, you know what, I'm ready. I want to go and help other businesses. I did get like, a couple deals here and there. And then I worked with other agencies from Europe and US. That was like entire 2023. And that I did make good money. That was good enough for me. I had like my mom had surgery, so I had to, take care of that as well. So there's like a lot of expenses that came in with that in 2023. But the thing is that I did not pick up the phone and start dialing in 2023, right? I thought, you know what? I actually did some messages, like, reached out to businesses and they were interested. Couple people showed up and I was like very terrified because that was the first time I was actually hopping on a call with someone else from another country. I've never been outside of India, never been, right? So for me, even like looking at someone who is like foreign to me, like 8,000 miles across the globe, and they're hopping on a call with me, talking about business, I know the skills, but I did have that limiting belief, right? And that made me, stop pursuing that actively. And then I started to reach out to other agencies because I had like kind of that, oh, they are superior to me, I am inferior. And I always had that belief in my mind that, you know what, I'm not good enough. And the situation did not change. It's only my belief changed after that when 2023 December came in 1 year later, 11 and a half months later. I had to pick up the phone and start dialing because that was the only option that was left. I had to do it. So if I would have taken the same step in like 11 to 12 months prior to that, then I would have been in a better position. Like this position would have been there in my life last December when I actually started dialing. When cold call happened, like, when I started dialing cold calls, even then I waited for other people to hop on a call with me. And then me, Jan, Frederick, Leon, all four of us started dialing together, right? Because I thought, you know what, because I'm not good enough. I can't do it all by myself. But at the end of the day, right now, everyone looks up to me for cold calling, because we have reference points. I've had other people to book like 300 plus meetings. I've trained my own team. Now we have booked about like 200 meetings or something closer to that, right? On a daily basis, my team does it. Like newbies, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, I have trained them to book cold call meetings, right? And me as a 25-year-old, I was not even having the guts to do it myself. Do you really think that is a skill issue? No, that's absolutely a belief issue. And the belief is not that, oh, you know what, it's not going to happen. The belief is that I'm not good enough. That is the biggest belief that, okay, you know what, this is not going to work for me. And then we give reasons logically, we sell that belief to ourselves that, hey, cold calling is not going to work for me because I'm from India and they're not going to be speaking with someone from India. My accent is going to be bad, this and that. So One thing that I noticed with beliefs is that, it is not facts. Beliefs can be challenged. Beliefs are not facts. But anything about a specific belief that you have in mind is always logical reasons that you have given to yourself. My accent is not good enough. My For cold calling specifically, my accent is not good enough. My people from US won't value me, right? Because I'm foreign to them. My skills will not be acknowledged there. These are like the things that I have, these are the scenarios that I have told to myself. No one, like, not the market did not tell me, right? So, for example, similarly, other examples are like, when I speak with any mortgage broker, loan officer, they're like, online digital mediums doesn't work for me. But the thing is that, the thing that I can see versus that they have beliefs in is like, yes, absolutely. Like referrals are the best sources of, business generation in mortgage. It's the best, right? But it's not actually like under your control. Referrals is actually the best way in any business. It's not just mortgage, any business, right? If we have like, if someone like, let's say if a mortgage broker is watching this video, right? And if you have been referred to us by someone else that you know and trust, then the likelihood of you working with us increases tenfold, right? So it's easy for any business. Like referrals is what we don't all need. But the thing is that referrals can't be predicted. We cannot predictably bring in referrals. And even if a mortgage broker wants to get more referrals, they will need to put some value first. Give something of value to the referral partner first, and then the domino effect starts for the long term. And also referral business, building that network takes a long time. It's not predictable. It's not under your control. It doesn't get you the numbers that you're looking for specifically. You cannot ramp it up like that in the next 3 months. It's not possible. But them believing that, there is nothing else apart from this that will work is a belief. And the reasons that they give to themselves are, oh, that's not warm enough. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, you know what? This is not warm enough. It takes a long time to convert. People are like, time wasters. These are logical reasons that they have given to them. Because if you're dealing with leads from the internet, like leads, the definition of Facebook lead versus referral lead is day and night difference. If Facebook lead is like, the first stage, like out of the 6 stages, this is the first stage. Stage one is like just a contact information. And then stage two is like contact, like have you actually contacted with that person? Like, have you spoken with them on a phone call, or have they shown some interest in terms of having a conversation regarding the, topic that they're reaching out for? That's the second, right? That's the second stage. Now, have you had conversation? Then comes, okay, was the conversation warm or cold? If the conversation was like, they were like just winging it, like not seriously into the conversation, they did not have enough depth in what they shared, and they're not looking for something like this in the near future, then that's like not a priority. Now you have to filter out from there that, okay, you know what, is this priority one or priority two? Priority two, okay, let's not prioritize this right now. We'll just keep them in the pipeline and keep nurturing them. That's the stage three. Now we have priority one people in higher volumes. Then comes next stage. It's like qualification process. Now stage four is, do they have the credit score? Do they have this? And do they have that? Do they have the income? When exactly are they looking to make a purchase? Right? Have they spoken with other brokers, loan officers? Why haven't they gone with them? Get all the data points from them. And after that, that's like the stage four, right? So that's where you get the qualification metrics in place, and then and only then you book as an appointment. That's the stage five. Stage five is appointment. We're still not closer to referral lead. Like it's nowhere closer to that yet. Even now, stage five comes in appointment. After appointment is booked, next stage is, do they actually show up to the appointment? When do they show up to the appointment? Maybe like it takes 2 weeks for them, and they keep rescheduling until after 2 weeks, they show up to the appointment. That is stage six. We're still not anywhere closer to the referral the conversation that a referral lead can get you. It's still not closer to that. That's stage six. After stage six comes stage seven, which is like you have the conversation with them. Now, before stage seven and after stage six comes the warming of every lead. And that is that, okay, you know what? You share some value to them. You share some videos about you because they don't know you before. There's no point of contact. There's no mutual connection there. So that's what you do next, right? That's stage seven. Once you have the conversation in stage seven, stage eight means that you actually take the application. That can take 7 days, 10 days. Now, this entire stage one to seven, it might take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 1 month, right? And then comes 7 more days to 10 more days to collect the application. And then comes like, that's when they are like, if a referral lead is like 9 out of 10, that's when they are about 7 out of 10. Now, if you're comparing stage one lead with a referral lead, it's absolutely not going to work. So, so someone having a belief that online leads doesn't work, they're talking about which stage, like what stage are we talking about, right? That's the main question. Like, have you told yourself a lie because you haven't tried enough things? Like, did you actually like, we need someone who knows all these stages to take you through this, and then you, by the end of it, see that, okay, you know what? With the right expectations set in place, with the right number of volume that we are playing with, that you want to deal with, and the proper systems in place, have I done my best? And then and only then I will say, okay, you know what, is this worth my time or not? Right. So now if you're doing all by yourself, then it makes sense that you should not do it. But then if you have someone taking from stage one to stage seven, they're taking care of all of it. That's where we come in, right? We take care of stage one to seven, and then the clients, like our clients does the rest of it. And the only difference between the referrals and this after stage seven, is referrals maybe like 6 7 a month, but this one can be like 20 a month. If you have 20 of these versus 5 6 of these, of course you can close like 4 out of 5. But if you have 20 of these, you can close 5 more out of 20. Maybe the conversion rate is less, but you still have 5 out of thin air. That is what the difference between a referral plus predictability is. So if someone is coming in with, because I have seen this time and time again, like every call, most of it, they're like, oh, I don't know about internet leads. Internet leads, it doesn't work. But it's about like how well do you work with them, right? So that's a belief. So beliefs can shape or break anything that you're doing, and that has been the case for me as well. Let's go with one more example. One more example is when I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and he wanted to start his own, online venture. He wanted to do something like this that I'm doing. He reached out to me, and like, you know what? Can you just help me? So every weekend I have this training coaching set up, right? And we have the community there. Other people like-minded are also doing the same thing. We train and we help. I like to add the impact there. And then I told him that, you're trying to go from this to that. Are you really committed to do it? And he's like, yes, I am committed. And for the last 3 years, he hasn't done anything. He wanted to do this for the last 3 years, but he only looked into options, and he thought that, he doesn't have enough funds. That's what he thought. That is a belief. Oh, I don't have enough money. Like, no one has enough money to go and become the person that they want to be. You have to be resourceful to get that money in so that you can put it down and then go seek the discomfort. If it was easy, then everyone would do it, right? That's the belief. Because if you, like, let's break it down, right? If someone has not done something for the last 3 years, how much has they wasted? Time, okay, three years of your life gone, you'll never get it back. That's out of question. 3 years of you not making, let's say, even $1,000 a month. That's about $12,000 the first year, 24K the second year, third year comes 36K. What is 36K? Like in Indian rupees, let's break it down in Indian rupees. That's like about how much? About like 25,000, like 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs something. Like, you not making 80,000 a month is equal to about like 30 lakhs. You're not making 30 lakhs in 3 years. right? And if you're now saying that, and if someone comes in and say, hey, you know what, we need to solve this issue, we need to, put down at least like, let's say 1 lakh, 1 lakh. You say, yeah, I don't have 1 lakh. Of course you don't have. That's why. What do you think is like the problem? You not having the money is the problem, or you not having the skills to make that money before this conversation is the problem? So which one is the right thing to solve? Like what should we focus in? Okay, I don't have the money. Okay, let's how can we get the money? Instead of saying that I don't have it, do you really believe that this is going to be helping you? If yes, then how exactly do you think then this is going to be like how can we make it possible? Like looking at ways to make things done versus what can't we done do. That is the belief. That is the difference in belief. Now even like I don't have like I know that I need to put down like in coaching I need about $8,000 in investments in coaching. I want to do it. I still have someone I want to train from, but I don't have the funds to put down 8K right now. But I'm working towards it. I need to make some time to get that. And that's totally fine. Like if someone is like, you know what, I don't have it right now, and it's like a huge amount, like $8,000, huge amount. It's not a small amount, right? Then it makes sense. Like at one go, you need to put down 8K, 10K, big amount, right? So we need to learn small skills to stack that fund up and then we reinvest that. Makes sense. But if someone is trying to, if you are being suggested and if you know something that needs about $500 in, $300 in, there's no point wasting that time. There's no point. Like literally 7 days in, you can put down like 5 hours times seven, 35 hours. You'll be much better than like you'll be like seven times better than when you started it. Like these are the beliefs that will keep you forever in one place, and then you can say that, you know what, I don't have it. uh no, I mean, like, it is what it is. You can say that, but at the end of the day you will get stuck. I have seen people. I spoke with someone the other day. This person was doing like, 20 loans a month, 20 loans a month, but of other people, and she was making about, I'm not sure how much, but in total, she was making $9,000 only, where other people are making about $2,000, $3,000 per loan. Like, let's say even like 2K per loan times 20 loans. If she did it all by herself, that would be 40K at least. But she not having the skills and systems in place, and she hasn't done that for 30 years, in the industry for 30 years, and she never took out the time to look at something that can get that predictability and that system for herself. Like it's astonishing. Like someone not making like 30 grand every month for the last 30 years and never putting the time to even look at something like that. Do you really think that is a problem that she doesn't have the money? No, it's absolutely a problem of you not being able to even realize the limiting belief in yourself. And our limiting beliefs are like, it's covered by ego. No, you know what? I know everything. That is the biggest blinder. What do you say? Blinder. Has been the case for me always. I did not take consultation calls before. I used to think that, you know what, I'm not good enough. I gave that to Jan. I gave that to my other teammate, and then they took about like 70 calls. We only closed two deals. When I was the person who actually had like some experience with consultation, sales, communication, acquisitions. But I did not have the confidence because I thought that other people from abroad will not value me enough. That was a given like logic that I gave to myself. I ended up like losing 6 months of my life. Never gonna get it back. And then I had to anyway step up and then we closed 10 deals. We have like clients working, we have like the momentum going. Anyways, whatever the case is, right? That's what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to be merging two things together. So I'm going to be, bringing on mortgage discussions into this channel as well. This is going to be my personal brand moving forward. And if someone is there to judge me, feel free to do that. I mean, I like doing this. I actually love doing this. So it's going to be like more like coaching sessions of newbies who is trying to do something like this, and also, helping clients, taking their business and improving their business with the people that I'm bringing from these coaching sessions. Like anyone who is good at Facebook ads, I'm going to be giving them, like, creating jobs for them, creating opportunities for them while working with global businesses. And that's what I'm going to love doing that. So this channel is more like my personal venture into this world of making, like, creating opportunities from thin air. And I'm not going to be, I don't care if you judge me. You can unsubscribe, anything. It's up to you. But it's going to be, uh, this is the switch. This video is the switch. Cheers.